Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing into part 5 of What If Broly was King Vegeta's son. If you haven't seen part 4, there's a title card where you can go check it out and see what happened in the last part. But today, we'll be going into the Majin Buu saga. Will the fighters on Earth be able to handle the threat of Buu? How will a rematch between Vegeta and Broly go down? Also, I'm on a Discord server for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe give us some of your own ideas of what ifs, and maybe in the future, I could do them. Check the link in the description down below. Today's question of the video is from Nikolai Mohammed. I apologize if I said your name wrong, but their question is, hey Wrathful, would you ever do a face reveal? And my answer is yes, only when I hit 100,000 subscribers. No! Then I will do a face reveal. I know it's crazy high. I've seen other what if YouTubers do it a lot earlier, but that's just me. So if I ever do hit 100,000 subscribers, then I will definitely do a face reveal on my channel. Thank you so much for the question. If you want your comment to be featured in the next video, just comment down a question and maybe your comment will be featured at the start of the next video. Without further ado, let's dive into part 5 of What If Broly was King Vegeta's son. Where we last left off, we went over what the three groups of Saiyans did during the time skip. Goku and Raditz having to deal with the androids, with sadly Goku dying to the heart virus, Broly and Nappa finishing off Frieza's army and even took out Frieza's father, and Vegeta went looking for his missing brother and ended up reuniting on Earth. Picking up to the end of the last part, Vegeta would arrive on Earth and catch up with everyone, learning about the androids, Gohan achieving a new form beyond Super Saiyan, and the sad death of Goku. Vegeta would apologize for not being there to aid them, and the passing of Goku. They understand why he wasn't around, plus Gohan here decided to take up the mantle of Earth's protector. Vegeta would ask Gohan to tap into the power he achieved, but Gohan laughing saying he couldn't as of right now, as it was achieved through pure necessity and he would need to continue to train to be able to control it fully. Vegeta would end up deciding on staying on Earth as he would bring along his brother and his wife, as they could all live a normal life here. We would then jump through a 7-year time skip as a lot of things are different. With the Sun family, it's only Gohan, Chi-Chi, and the Ox King. Gohan here continued his studies but also spent his time training with Vegeta, Raditz, and Raditz's son Trunks that he had with Bulma during the time skip. Sorry Vegeta fans, here he will remain single, which could be a good thing later on. Also, what happened during the 7-year time skip was Vegeta and Broly's rematch, as it wouldn't take Broly too long to find Namek and learn Vegeta move to Earth and head over there as well. At the time of their rematch, Vegeta already had a hold on Super Saiyan 2, as he did train for 3 years consistently. Their fight wasn't one to the death, but more of a rivalry fight. They would spar all around the planet, as with Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, he had the advantage at the start, but Broly having his potential plus control of Super Saiyan, he was quickly catching up to Vegeta. Even when Vegeta trained for 3 years, Vegeta would use a combination of his techniques he learned back on Yardrat to use on Broly, like instant transmission, clones, and even a new move he made called the Instant Gallic Gun. Eventually, they would reach their fight up to space. Broly began to slowly lose control of himself as his hair was growing green, but before he could transform, he would gain control once again and power down, telling Vegeta he is a good fighter and would want to fight him again, though he doesn't stay on planet Earth, and goes out to grow in strength in his own way. Vegeta did note the possible other transformation that Broly has. Continuing with the time skip, Gohan was currently the strongest with his potential as he did master Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta and Raditz both unlocked Super Saiyan 2 but haven't quite mastered it yet like Gohan had. Trunks would have had Super Saiyan here but without any true rival to push himself, as Goten does not exist. The other Z fighters would continue to train as well, but it would mainly be Tien and Piccolo who would truly try to catch up with the Saiyans, but would struggle to do so. Here, Kami is still Guardian and Piccolo never fused with Kami, nor Nail, so he is very weak compared to his canon counterpart. And the human Z fighters just don't have that much experience in battles, as the only time they truly fought was during the androids, but they died rather quickly, so here I could see some of them truly stop being a fighter. Getting to the start, the World Tournament really wouldn't happen. Well, at least not the same way of Goku coming back, as he will not be doing that in this What If. For Chi-Chi, money wouldn't really be an issue as Bulma is her sister-in-law and would help out financially. They could all go since it's a way they could remember Goku. Most of the Z fighters would attend, with Raditz replacing Goku and Yamcha replacing 18 as she was destroyed. The tournament would go on, but Piccolo would never recognize the Kais, as I believe he had his own feeling about them because of Kami's knowledge. The Majin henchmen would take Gohan's energy and would even be able to gather more since Gohan is much stronger here. Following them to Babdi's hideout, things would play out similarly, with Dabura turning Krillin and Piccolo to stones. Gohan, Raditz, and Vegeta would enter and face off the other henchmen, rather easily. Even Gohan fighting Deborah was a piece of cake, but once they arrived, Buu was revived since this time around Gohan's energy was more than enough to wake him. Gohan would face off Buu, as with him continuing his training, he was dealing with Buu pretty easily. Babidi grew worried as he would try to control one of the Saiyans, but failed with both Raditz and Vegeta, as they both are pretty much good guys at this point, with no regrets or thirst for power, as Raditz would just end Babidi. Gohan was toying with Buu, as here Gohan never learned his lesson as he did back in the Cell games in the original timeline. Buu would begin to grow angry as he would begin to produce smoke around him, and would end up splitting up between both good Buu and evil Buu. Everyone is shocked to see and wouldn't know what exactly to do. Gohan would continue to fight the Buu he was previously fighting. He also denied any help from the others, as this was even easier for Gohan. But what he and the others did not know was that he was fighting the wrong Buu. Good Buu would be heavily damaged and weakened, as this would allow evil Buu to absorb him, his other half, as he would begin to transform into Super Buu. Vegeta demanded they need to work together to stop this threat before he grows any stronger, but Gohan would fight Super Buu alone, but it wouldn't look so good as he is now on the losing edge. Super Buu would be laughing at Gohan, calling him weak. Gohan just smirks as he says that he has been holding back this entire time. Hearing this piques Buu's interest and the others as well. He explains that this form isn't too useful yet as he hasn't mastered it, as it does take a lot of energy from his body, but in this situation, this form will be needed. Gohan begins to power up his ki. The entire earth begins to feel the immense energy forming up from Gohan. The other Z fighters worry as the amount of force that he is emitting could destroy the planet. Gohan can be heard all over the planet as he yells. His hair begins to grow longer as his power level multiplies many times over. A bright yellow aura forms around his body as everyone can barely look at him, but when the light settles, they see Gohan, but his appearance has changed a lot, with having long spiky hair and losing his eyebrows. Super Buu is impressed with his power. Gohan just smirks, telling Buu that he will kill him. Gohan knows that he's been playing around with Buu, but he needs to take him down once and for all, as he knows Super Saiyan 3 takes a toll on his body and he cannot hold out on this form for long. Their fight begins as he would be beating on Super Buu with ease, something similar to when Mystic Gohan was fighting Super Buu in canon. Buu was growing angry as no matter what he was throwing at Gohan, nothing would faze him. Buu would try to sneak pieces of him to absorb the other fighters, but Gohan would notice it and destroy them with ki attacks. And even then, with everyone still being around together, it would be practically impossible for Buu to absorb anyone. Super Buu begins to show true fear. Gohan would slowly walk towards him. Buu shoots any attacks he could, but it doesn't faze Gohan at all, as he would grab Buu's hand, gut punching him, and throwing him into the air, as he would power up a full power Kamehameha wave, shooting it right at Buu, as not a single trace of Buu is left over. Gohan falls over exhausted, reverting back to his base form. Vegeta and Raditz are impressed to see the new form that Gohan has acquired, even though it needed a lot of work, but maybe once they master it, the form could be very useful. The Supreme Kai would thank Gohan for stopping Buu, and as a thank you, he would offer Gohan to train under the Supreme Kai. Gohan was unsure as he didn't want to leave the planet, but the other Z fighters said that they could look over the planet while he is gone. So Gohan would leave to train with the Supreme Kai, but would return from time to time to visit his family and to spend time with Videl. Now at this point, Vegeta and Raditz know that they are the only true strong ones on the planet, with Piccolo being the next strongest but very far behind them, and the humans being even weaker as well. So their focus would be helping the other fighters train to grow stronger. For the next 6 months, everyone on Earth would continue to train after the defeat of Buu. We now move over to Nappa in the Galactic Patrol, as he is traveling around as he would get a notification that a planet was just destroyed out of thin air. He would head over to see what had happened, but his eyes opened in pure shock to see that the planet was just gone, not even having any leftover rubble of the planet. Seeing this, his mind could only go to one place, as he grew worried that he had woken up, as he would head back to the Galactic Patrol HQ. We hop over to BROLY, but when we see him, he is very beaten up in his Super Saiyan form, facing a purple cat. We hear how he was disappointed in this Saiyan, as he was told that he was the Saiyan with the best potential. We are then introduced to Beerus, as Whis would walk behind him, telling him that the Saiyan may not be the Super Saiyan God. Broly begins to grow angry as he hated being looked down upon, as he would get up, charging up, losing all control he had, as his hair finally turns green and his aura flares up as his body bulks as well. Beerus smirks, saying that even if he isn't the Super Saiyan God, this Saiyan is something else, as he can tell that the more the Saiyan fights, the stronger he becomes during the fight. Their brawl would continue on as Beerus would slowly get excited as he had to use around 20% of his power, which isn't a lot, but it's the most he has gone to fight a mortal. Their battle would go on and be very intense, well, in a mortal point of view. They caused so much damage to the point where the planet was close to being destroyed. Beerus would quickly knock out Broly as he tells Whis to bring them back to their planet. Whis would ask about the other Saiyans on Earth, but Beerus didn't care about them, as they are weaker than the Saiyan they have currently. Whis would note that one of those Saiyans are training under the Supreme Kai, as this gave Beerus a fun idea, as he told Whis he would have half a year to train up this Saiyan, and then they will have a little visit to Earth. Whis would ask what his idea is, as Beerus would like to see how strong the Saiyan can grow from training under the Supreme Kai, while they see how strong the Saiyan that they have can grow from their training. And that's where I'm gonna leave it off for now. Tell me how y'all think about the 5th part and how I did with the Majin Buu saga. What is Beerus doing with Broly? Will the Battle of Gods still occur? What will this mean for the Z fighters on Earth? Will Gohan be able to best Broly in a fight with his form of training? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all at the next part. See ya.